All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Reader. So I was not planning on covering TTOO today, but unfortunately this definitely took the other side of the 50-50 that I thought, right? Like yesterday's video, I literally said I'm not sure which way it was going to go. It could go up and do really good things, or it might do this mid 40s that we actually see it do today, right? So I legit am more afraid tomorrow than I am excited. I think falling into the 30s is more realistic than getting back into the 60s, all right? And again, I've said this on literally every single video as it's done the monster runs to the drops itself. Like, I am not here to be a TTOO fanboy, all right? I'm giving you my honest opinions based on these colorful lines that, knock on wood, help me keep my human emotions in check. You know what I mean? Like, believe me when I say it, I am a greedy little crackhead of a trader, all right? So these colorful lines kind of keep me in my box, if that makes sense, all right? From there, we're going to talk about FFIE, all right? It was mentioned in the Discord group earlier today. Someone actually threw it on the viewer request just within YouTube itself. So I'm going to cover it. I'll be honest, I think I need a little bit more. I'm really curious if it's running after hours. Obviously, I actually have no idea right now, right? So we'll see that together. But yeah, FFIE, I just need a little bit more. And MVIS. All right, it's been a quick minute since I've covered this, and unfortunately, the charts kind of reflect why. You know what I mean? When you lose all the moving averages, bad things happen, and that's kind of what's happening with MVIS right now, right? Again, I know there's a lot of long-term holders. I'm not here to make you fear or anything like that, but just a different perspective, I think, is actually generally a good thing, all right? But hey, before we go any further and I give you more of my thoughts and opinions, what are we going to do today? Same thing we always do, right? We'll take a look at the daily and the weekly to see how these things are setting up short term. We have our 5 moving averages. There are horizontal support and resistance lines that I do draw manually myself. And then when we are done up here, we will use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please subscribe to the channel, share this video online with your friends, comment good or bad. Look, anything you can do really does help me out with these YouTube algorithms, but for real, just being here and giving me your time is already so much, so thank you, all right? And again, if you haven't already, check out the link to the Discord group. I mean, I have to mute this thing because, like, as I'm here, people are typing. Like, it's an amazing group. I'm talking about major markets a little bit. We're talking about a whole mess of different tickers. So it's a fun little safe group, whether you're a newbie or even better than me. And trust me, there are a lot of people on there that are way better than me, all right? So let's get into TTOO though, okay? So if you watched yesterday's video, I was very honest and said, look, I don't know what today's gonna do. All right, and I threw a lot of numbers out, but look at the high of the day. The high of the day never even, oops, don't click on that, never even came close to that 58 that I threw out, right? So knock on wood, because that's a real scary thing when I throw out some of my numbers, right? Like, there are very good chances like the alert hits, but it's not really the real like time to buy, and it's a sad fake out. So I'm glad that it never even alerted 58, which should have made it a lot easier to kind of realize, all right, this bad boy is not going to do anything, okay? I actually mentioned, I think actually 45 cents. I don't know how loud I was about it on the video. I know I was on the Discord group in all honesty, but yesterday I thought 45 cents might be an interesting place to either start an entry if you're not in this thing, or even for someone like me, I would have averaged up if I was actually really excited for Friday, okay? I do not like this candle shape, okay? Again, let me just say this one more time, just in case you fast forward. Yeah, I for sure see a I kind of care less about this number because, again, if you watched yesterday's video, I was ready to come down to the 4.5s, right? And again, none of this is financial advice, right? Like, I'm oftentimes wrong. Believe me, I'm not perfect, right? But when you go into a day ready to see a bad number, knock on wood, you make some really smart sell decisions the day before, or even after hours, or even pre-market, set some sort of like stop sell, you know what I mean? Like, this did not hurt as bad as it very much would have if we weren't ready for it, right? So hopefully you take that with you. But again, what I'm starting to get scared of is a couple things, right? Again, what was I talking about with the candle? So I would have wanted the wick to hit 45 and then the body to close up here, all right? What does that mean? So like, let's look at the box over there. This thing opens down here, runs up here, right? The high is 52, and then it comes back and closes down here. What I would have wanted was open at 50, come down to 45, 40, whatever, come down as close to the 8 as we could so we can gobble more shares and then run back up. That's what would have made me say, hell yeah, 45 hit, hell yeah, let's add some more, hell yeah, we're going for 62, okay? This right here, what's after hours doing? Let's just take a peekaboo. Okay, it's going up. I'll be honest, I think that's really irrelevant. I'm still holding my, I don't like this, okay? What's the next thing I don't like? Next thing I don't like is we are now very much below 50% candle. What did you actually open at? So this opens at 0.45. All right, we're at 0.45. This is where I really wish I had more decimals. All right. It seems like we'll just say we're holding on to the very, very bottom sliver of this candle. To me, I don't like when you give up the biggest candle to the left. All right, that's a scary thing. That makes me believe we're coming here. I'm not going to draw this line. Should I draw it? Yeah, let's draw it. Why not? Why not? I think that's actually a decent line. What do you look like? You're that 50%. Okay. But you're really close to 27. I'm going to delete 20. Hold on. Let me zoom out real quick. Where did 27 come from? 27 is this. Okay. I'm going to leave 27. I'm going to raise this to 34. Keep that 31 number in your back pocket because that's actually a 10% between there. And then again, another 10% in between there. So that's kind of like the... And look, it's not a big channel, but all it is red, red, green, 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 red, red. Like this will be a fast 20% drop. All right. I would be wildly scared. And here's again, more concerns coming. All right. Volume. I'm going to zoom in because I don't even need to click into it. We clearly did not break the 50 average line today. All right. From there, obviously, it's super easy to see that we are now downtrending volume, right? When we dropped here, we held. And that's something I know I talked about on a previous video for sure. All right. We dropped here. This ain't where I want to hold. I don't want to hold under the 50 moving average. I'm honestly expecting something like this on Friday too. And this was actually last Friday. Last Friday was already a bad volume day, all right? So like, you know, I'm coming here. The Friday before that was a bad volume day too, right? So bad volume day, bad volume day. How can we believe otherwise, right? Like I'm smelling the 30s. I'm telling you, way more than I'm smelling the 60s. And I keep saying I am not a TTOO fanboy. There are two sides of the coin. Yesterday it flipped up, or today it flipped on the wrong side. I don't think someone's picking up that quarter from the floor. I think we're still going to be on the wrong side of the coin. Look, it should be very, very, very hard to lose this, okay? That said, the last thing I think I am going to talk about is the RSI. This could come down pretty substantially to the 30s right there. If not, don't forget where we were not that long ago. RSI in the 10s, in the like low teens, all right? I think even lower, single digits here. Like, it wasn't that long ago that this thing didn't know how to do good things, and we've come close to this 200 already, okay? And just remember, we to date have still not done anything. So there's actually really no reason to believe this is the one that's going to do it. Maybe this is what got us really close. We'll come down, hopefully do it again next time, right? But yeah, I'm not wildly confident going into tomorrow. And just the real truth is if this slips, if we lose the 8 moving average at 41, man, I think it's a real quick drop down to 34. And then again, that being bad loss could come down here, right? But knock on wood, the lowest this goes is the 100 moving average at 23. All right, this really shouldn't lose that 100 moving average. I'm just zooming out real quick, okay? This is like, we'll call it the second time we're over it, right? So in a lot of ways, this line's still not a friend. If we come down and bounce off the 100, oh, that should be really good momentum to propel, all right? So let's look at the weekly real quick. What does the weekly look like? Look, this is definitely a good weekly chart, okay? That's a doji. This is assuming it doesn't close. If this comes back down tomorrow, where I'm thinking it might, we might back-to-back doji, and it might actually be a little early to talk about this, but assuming we close around here, you know, this isn't beautiful confirmation, because again, get over it, doji doesn't count. This isn't beautiful, but I would take this, and hopefully that gets me a little excited going into next week, right? But yeah, I don't know where this closes. Hopefully, maybe this 49. Again, I would be a little scared between 41 and 39. I think 39 is like actually the lowest that this thing would go for me to feel comfortable. But yeah, the last thing I want to say, I've talked about this for maybe 10 minutes now. I haven't said a single thing about FDA approval. I'm not holding TTOO like it's a lotto ticket. If it was, I would have been playing those billion-dollar superpowers and whatever, right? Like, I'm not here waking up and hoping that FDA does whatever it does today, tomorrow, next week, whatever, right? Like, these colorful lines help keep my emotions in check, and I promise, all right? I don't want to promise because obviously I don't know, but in my sincere opinion, if the FDA legit dropped some bad news, or it dropped amazingly good news, that actual day won't matter. It's the days after that you can either ride the run or you just simply avoid the drop. Like, it's just not worth the FDA thumbs up, thumbs down for me, all right? So, hey, one more time, check out the Discord group if you haven't. Look at how much they've been talking since I've been... I like this. Good job, team. That was TTOO. Let's check out FFIE. All right. So, look, I see this really big candle, all right? I see, look at the box over there. The high of the day was 28, the close was 28. As I zoom in, I mean, there is no wick right here, all right? Like, that generally is amazingly super good strength, right? Like, literally, again, look at it. The high of the day was the close. Till the very last second, people were like, let me buy, I want more, and the market had to like say, no, we're done, I'm gonna close the doors, all right? So to me, there are very few candles that are this strong, all right? That said, I actually am still a little bit, I need more, I really do. I'm curious what this is doing after hours. I honestly don't, look at that, all right? And as easy as it is to like I'm sure you're like, this dude saw that and blah right? But where was it? Come on, I know, no, old, come on. I literally said so. Okay, where was this? Let's do this. Here we go. Okay, talked about FFIE before market close, before after hours hit. It obviously still went up for another 15 minutes. I literally said, I need a little more to believe. There's a legit shot it rips to 38, but what matters today matters less than tomorrow's confirmation, all right? Join the Discord group if you are not in here, all right? But again, I saw the monster rip. I'm telling you I did, all right? I needed more. And why? Let's just zoom out and just look. I often talk about roulette when I talk about technical analysis, all right? If you go and you play roulette and they show you the past numbers, that's how losers gamble on roulette, all right? The little ball has no memory at all. It doesn't remember that it just hit 15 reds in a row. Like, for all the little ball knows, it's basically 50-50 minus however many greens there are, right? So that's not how technical analysis works. When I see a stock just literally living under most of the moving averages most of the time, it's hard for me to believe that it's just going to magically rip and run. All right, that's a sincere thing. I genuinely believe. All right, from there, look, there's 4 right here. Like, this is a nasty, nasty cluster. And what happens with clusters? I always say it, you go up, you go down, you go up, you go down, you go up, you go down. And I always flash the same examples. All right, let's zoom out on Palantir. You go up, you go down, you go up, you go down, you go up, you go down, you fly, or, all right, or you go down, you go up, 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 and then you die. All right, look, it's really, really hard to play the moving average cluster game. All right, I know red, 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 green, 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 like literally, like I'm just gonna draw this. I'm gonna delete the line very soon, but red, 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 green, 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 red, 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 green. Like, this is a real fast channel. Like, get here, and yeah, I see it ripping to there. For sure, okay? I'm going to delete that because I don't want to confuse anyone. I'll say the numbers again. That said, you got to respect these 5 lines, all right? Like, again, I always say my lines, my white lines, knock on wood, I'm pretty good at manually drawing some lines, all right? Knock on wood. That said, these are computer generated. There is absolutely no question that this is right. These, I just kind of say, are good enough. And believe me, I'm more interested in good enough than perfect, because perfect is the killer of really good, all right? And we do really well with really good, trust me, okay? But yeah, I know this was an amazingly beautiful single day. I know it ripped 3 out of the 5 moving averages, 3 out of the 4 just in this. Again, the high of the day was I know all that. You need to set some realistic, prove me more stuff in your mind, all right? Just remember, these are just 4 random letters, all right? Like, when you put too much love in 4 little letters, that's where things get a little deadly, and that's why I love these just colorful lines, you know what I mean? So let's take a look at the weekly really quickly. Look, again, this weekly has been well under the 8 and the 20 since, I mean, Jesus, I mean, yeah, since it lost it, where we'll call it here, since more than 2 years, since July of 21, all we've really done has been under the 8 and the 20, under the 8 and 20, under the 8 and 20, a little quick moment, under the 8 and 20, under the 8 and 20, under the 8 and 20, a little quick moment, under the 8 and 20, under the 8 and 20, under the little quick, like, all we're doing, and again, let's just look at it a different way. We go really far from both of them. We get really close. We go really far. We get really close. This one did good things for a little bit, but then we go really, really, really far again. You know what I mean? Like, we are close again. I know. I'm going to believe this is going to keep going down, lose this 15, and keep going in all-time lows like it knows how to do until it proves me otherwise, okay? Yeah, I see a little bit of an uptrend right there. No, that's not a beautiful uptrend. It really just isn't, right? Like, that would have been, okay? That would have been. And it's a little bit sad that we're now a couple weeks under that, right? So, you know, in so many ways, yeah, why, like, I just really wouldn't touch this under 44 cents. And I know 30 to 44 is actually a lot of money. That's a 50% swing right there. Like, for me, I would give up that 50% swing, hoping that after 45, it's a lot smoother all the way up here. Because again, I have to imagine 45 on the daily. Yeah, if we hit 45 on the daily, we're over every single moving average. Break all 5 and fly, lose all 5 and die, and that's all it's known how to do so far, right? So one more time, don't focus on a single big day, expect more. Don't focus on a single day of breaking moving averages, expect more, all right? I legit very, very easily, look, 28, 29, maybe even 30 is justifiable, all right? Man, I think I'm going to be a greedy little pig instead of 31 cent alert. I feel like that's going to hit a bunch of times and maybe fool me out. Look at that. I just canceled it. Because like 33 is probably the better alert to set. And, you know, 33 all the way up to 39, you're adding 6 cents. Damn, that's 20%. I'll take that one. 33. We'll be a little less greedy of a piggy over here. I'll take 33. I like that. Again, the real money is at 45. I actually don't even think we're gonna break 28. Maybe, like I said, we wick 31, but I think it would be more of a fake out, and that's why I didn't set the alert right there. FFIE, set yourself a little higher, you know, criteria. And again, on the Discord, FFIE, we were ready for the drop. Again, if you listen to me, I'm very often wrong, so just, you know, don't always listen to me, all right? Lastly, man, I can't believe this is what we have to do when we talk about MVIS. Look, I said this so many times, and it's a lot easier to hear me say it when things look okay, but yeah, I've said this since the first time I've covered it. I'm going to say it today, and you know I'll say it when things are good again. Because, yeah, I believe one day things will be good again. That said, look, I am not a MVIS fanboy by any means. And when things look bad, I am not going to tell you the sky is as blue as it is in Los Angeles right now as I'm looking out my window, all right? MVIS has officially lost all 5 moving averages, all right? I think there is zero chance to say that it hasn't even confirmed, because that was under it. That is actually a confirmation candle. That is an interesting, okay, are we going to try to go back up? But like not even close. And obviously we've now slipped below that, right? So look, I above all 5 and fly, below the 5 and die, all right? It is what it is. And the problem is, let me just draw the line. I'll delete it because obviously the moving average itself is more important, right? But between this white one and this white one, right? Literally, I'm just going to even keep, damn. Red. I'm going to say pretty much nothing. Green. Red. Bump. Green. Red, like, this should be next. And then again, kind of the exact, like, just a bunch of quick down and ups. And like, I wouldn't be surprised if this hits 190. All right. I see that we've been at an RSI of a 4.4. Do you see it in the box over there? And then a 5. Like, this has lived in the single digits before, and May wasn't that long ago. All right. And this thing was under all 5 moving averages, ready to die before the earnings hit and ran it back up. Right. So let's just, again, I'm being impartial here. Right. If this earnings didn't happen, realistically, we would have lost this 190 probably a long time ago. And damn, I say damn because I'm just looking at the next lines I got to draw. Yeah, that's the next line. Because I don't even think that's much. That's kind of in the middle of it. So yeah, maybe like 155 is kind of worth drawing. But like, damn. Sorry. I'm just kind of, be careful. All right. Just for real, be careful. Because those are really extreme moving downward lines. That's a death cross. It looks like the 50 is very ready to death cross the 100 not that long from now. The 20 might even death cross tomorrow, if not for sure by Monday. What is death cross? When a smaller one goes below a bigger one. A golden is when a smaller goes above it. All right, so I can't imagine this. Can't imagine this week. You're under all the moving averages on the weekly. Like, that lost it all. This is confirmed. This is kind of telling me we might see weeks and weeks of pain. Because look, MACD is about to go in the negative. RSI is still really high. Even let's just say this. Going from a 50 to a 22 could be devastating. And yeah, just oh man, my MVIS family, be careful. All right, that's really all I can say. Hopefully next earnings kind of picks things up, but I would be really scared between now and the next earnings. All right, if you're a real lover, you know, I am never one to like promote averaging down. All right, so I like averaging up while it's going on a good uptrend, you know? So like, I'm also not going to be talking about averaging down points, all right? But I am hoping 190 bounces. Otherwise, I mean, it's a hard, almost 50% drop from basically 2 to 1, right? I'm rounding obviously, but be careful. All right, just that's about it. See, rough one. All right, I appreciate you all so much. Okay, thank you.